Well, I've got ground beef, 88% lean. I've got 5 steaks with a full bag of garlic heads, a bag of peppers, orange, yellow, and red, a full bag of yellow onions, and I got 2 different kinds of mushrooms. I've got a bunch of cans of crushed tomatoes. I got some cans of black beans and some cans of light red beans, red kidney beans. You know what, we're gonna make a pot of chili. The church is doing a big outreach. They are feeding on a regular basis, but this year at Christmas time, they're up to over 300 children. They're wrapping presents for 300 children. Presents for over 300 children have been donated, but just a couple of volunteers, the faithful ones, they are going to be wrapping on Saturday. They're shopping today at a warehouse that's filled with stuff that was given to us for these children. So I decided I'm going to go ahead. I believe I'm supposed to cook a big pot of chili. And this is going to be some good chili. It's not for everybody. It's for those volunteers because they are laboring. It's a labor of love. I don't like wrapping presents. I don't like wrapping presents for 3 grandkids or 4 grandkids. Can you imagine over 300 kids? The families, I don't know how many families it is, but it's over 300 kids. That's a lot of presents. So let's get this chili rolling. Right now I'm going to start chopping some garlic. I think I'm going to peel at least 15 to 20 heads of garlic, and then we're going to move on to the onions. You don't need to see me chopping and dicing it all, but I'm just going to share with you this process because this chili is off the charts. It's my own special chili. No, it won't burn your face off because I'm not looking to impress anybody with burning their face off. But when it comes to flavor, nobody's going to be looking to put salt on this chili. Nobody. I have them broken down. Okay. The heads are broken down. And now I'm going to take the time. And I don't want to disrespect anybody. There's no disrespect intended. But I'm not using minced garlic in a jar. Okay? I can't stand it. It's got a flavor I don't like. Me personally, that's my opinion. I know they're making millions of dollars every year selling garlic minced in a jar. But for me, this is it. The only thing better than this is if I grew it in my garden myself. If I grew this in the garden, it would be better than this. Either way, this is some California garlic. It's beautiful garlic. It smells amazing. I'm going to peel all of these cloves. I would rather take garlic powder and sprinkle it on bread if I was making garlic bread over the minced. There's a difference in the flavor. I noticed the difference, so therefore I choose to chop fresh garlic. And the fact that it took me over an hour and 15 minutes to do it, it is what it is. Now I want to address something. If I hear one more person tell me a male pepper has 3 bumps and a female pepper has 4 bumps, it's a myth. It's a myth. Look, you got 4 bumps, you got 3 bumps. You know what the difference is? Just that pepper plant. It's genetics. Is one sweeter than the other? I seriously doubt that. It's been my experience that if you ripen a pepper on the plant properly, it'll be sweeter. If you pick them when they're green, they're going to be bitter. If you wait until they start to turn, yellow and then red, because most of these peppers, that's the only difference when they pick them. You can pick an orange pepper off of an orange pepper plant, but if you wait until it's a deep red, reddish orange, it's going to be sweeter. If you pick them when they're more yellow, it's not going to be that sweet. So if you get a yellow pepper plant, you're going to get a yellow pepper. You pick them when they're yellow. You don't pick them when they're green. So let me go ahead and get these peppers chopped. I already have them cut in half. I'm taking the seeds off. And next, after the peppers, I'm going to move on to the mushrooms. So tonight, all I have to do is cook. I won't have to prep anything. I'm going to prep it all before I go to work. And I hope that helps you out there with the male and female peppers. It is a myth. All right, so all the white mushrooms are cut. I do not put the stems in my chili because my chili is not for the faint at heart. Don't come in with a little baby spoon thinking you're sipping. My chili has got some beef to it, and I know that the stems will not cook down the way the caps will. All right, so we're about to cut the baby bells. The whites are done. Then I have to chop the garlic and onions, and then I have to run to work. I have to stop at Lowe's and I have to pick up something for our shower because there's a piece that's broken. Tonight, we're going to videotape the cooking process. You're going to be able to cook this chili. As soon as you watch this video, you'll cook it yourself the same way. I promise you, everybody in the family will be talking about it for a while. Couple of pieces of mushrooms still in with the onions and the peppers. It doesn't matter. I like to cook them separately because they cook at a different rate, especially with the sizes. Now I cut a couple of onions because I wanted a few chunks. I cut a couple of them by hand. Then I bust out the box grater. The box grater gives me some very thin pieces of onion which will practically disappear. So you'll get the flavor without a bunch of big chunks of onion in your mouth. And the mushrooms are done. Mushrooms are cut. Both kinds of mushrooms. All right, the browns and the whites are done. The onions are done. The green peppers are done. The garlic is cut. It's peeled. I'm going to probably cut them in half. I'm not going to put whole cloves of garlic. I'll probably go with half cloves or third cloves. I'll cut them later. Right now, it's time to slice the steak and cut it into little pieces. If you don't have an OXO scissor in your kitchen, you might want to get one. Cutting a steak on a cutting board versus cutting it with an OXO scissor, this is always the best for me. I don't know why, I'm very comfortable using a scissor. I'm gonna cut little chunks. You know, the little chunks of steak that come in a can of soup when you buy it from the store, like a Progresso or a chunky soup. That's about what I'm looking for, only a little bit bigger. Then we're gonna have the ground beef for the flavor. Tonight we'll be cooking Rudy's chili. All right, we've got the beef round, top round, thin cut steaks. That pack was only $33. There was a couple that were $40, but because I'm going to be using the ground beef. OXO scissors, they come apart for easy cleaning. They made a quick work of that meat. I tried the video. If my lazy butt went outside and got the tripod out of the truck, you'd have a lot more video, but it's okay. The video is not about me chopping and dicing. You know how to do that. But here's the thing, look at this steak. Perfect little pieces, and the scissors, they wash up real nice. They go back together, so you don't have to worry about the bacteria in the food. Those scissors are great in the kitchen. There's so many things. I'll cut fruit with a scissor. I don't care. When it comes to a chopping board and a knife versus those scissors, I like the scissors. You do what works for you. But that's it. The meat's cut, the mushrooms are cut, the onions are cut, the garlic's cut, the peppers are cut. I'm gonna go to work. When I come home, we're gonna put this together. Big pot of chili. Some of the best chili you could ever have. And you know what? I'm not gonna make it hot, but all you gotta do is put something in there. Put some cayenne pepper, put some kind of peppers in there to make it really spicy for yourself, if that's what you like. We'll put a jar of Frank's hot sauce on the table. We'll be back in a little while. As luck would have it for you, I forgot to buy the chili powder last night at Costco. I was in and out of Costco. I didn't want to make a long video, but I have to go to Restaurant Depot because I'm picking up the chili powder on the way to work. Aren't you excited to go into Restaurant Depot? Well, these guys are moving in this place. They getting their work done. They ain't playing games. When you hear that horn, you better get out of the way. And that's what we came here for. I needed the big one. I'm making a very big pot. Oh, I wish I had the time to go all over the store with you right now. We'll have to come back and do another one. You know, that's what you ask them not to put in your Chinese food so you don't bug out all night with your skin itching. MSG, I can't believe. I mean, you could buy it and put it on your food, but everybody I knew that had a bad reaction, they wouldn't do it. These guys are whipping with these little pallet jacks and these little motorized carts. They're flying. I saw the pallets leaning. So, how long you been working here, partner?
About a year, man.
What do you think?
It's all right.
It's all right.
It's all right.
You get to wear that hat in the hot weather.
It pay the bills.
It pays the bills.
Yeah.
I've known this guy for a long time. He comes and get his phones fixed.
Yeah.
I saw him whipping by and I got the video.
Yeah. I know he wanted to get in.
Yeah. All right. All right. I'm going to start off opening a bunch of cans of sauce. It's actually diced tomatoes. I have 24 cans from Costco. It's Kirkland's brand. I'm gonna go ahead and open the cans and I'm gonna put them in a big giant pot. I'm gonna get the heat rolling. Then I'm gonna pull in all the ingredients that we chopped and diced this morning. And one thing at a time is gonna get cooked in a shorter pot with some extra virgin olive oil. As it's cooked, we're gonna go ahead and spoon it into the sauce that's already gonna be warming in the big pot. 24 cans, this might take a minute. I'll let you watch a couple. And as far as the beans, I'm gonna be putting the beans in last. I feel the beans are not gonna contribute flavor to the chili sauce itself. They're gonna contribute when you're chewing on them. When you're biting down on the chili and you're chewing the beans, that's where you're gonna get the bean flavor. I don't feel the beans are gonna flavor the sauce, and I don't want them to break apart in little pieces. Even the bird is excited. You heard the bird? All right, it's 8 cans in the case, and we have 3 cases. I'm not gonna open all of them. I'll start off with about 16, and as we're cooking, because we have a lot of ingredients And as the pot fills up, maybe we'll need more, maybe we won't. We'll find out as we go. We don't need a can opener. That's even better. That makes it a lot easier. I was unaware of that when we bought them, but that's a good thing right there. All right, I went ahead and I used 20 cans. I saved 4 cans. I don't know if they'll fit. It'll depend on after the ingredients are in. But I tried it. This is the first time we've ever bought the Kirkland brand crushed tomatoes. This could be eaten cold out of the can. It's delicious. It's better than any tomato soup I've ever had, and we haven't even started yet. But I can tell you right now, if you start off with good ingredients, the end product is going to be amazing. What did you think, Karen?
That's a good tomato.
You heard it here, folks. That's a good tomato. Anyway, it is delicious. Let's go get the ingredients out of the fridge in the garage, and let's get this process started. Well, let's get this party started. A cooking party. Here you go. These people that are wrapping those presents, I want to bless their socks off. This should do it. Yeah, now, might not look like a lot, but that represented almost 3 hours this morning of chopping, dicing, and slicing. So, we're going to go ahead and we're going to get this thing started. We need this. Kirkland, they sell a pretty good product. So, the extra virgin olive oil, we're going to start off with that. We're going to start with the onions. Then they're going to go in the sauce. Then we're going to go with the peppers. They'll go in the sauce. Then we'll go with the mushrooms. And we're going to go with the garlic. And the last, we'll do the meat. Then it's all going to go in the sauce, and it's going to simmer. I'll let it ride for about 6 hours. Then we're going to go into a food-grade 5-gallon bucket. So when I transport, nothing gets in and nothing gets out. You know, you don't want to spill it in the vehicle, and you don't want anything weird getting inside of it. I'm pretty picky when it comes to food. Always have those Clorox wipes close by. So here we go. Oh, we steamed up the camera. The sauce is simmering. Now enjoy the background music while we get this job done. All right, we're gonna make sure we caramelize this garlic, peppers, onions, all in the pot. Now it's a tricky thing, this garlic. If you cook it too much, you'll get it bitter. If you don't cook it enough, it's not gonna have that caramelized sweet taste. Now, I only put in the garlic last because I wanted to take my time cooking it. The chili powder, I could add as much chili powder as I want over the next few hours. I learned a long time ago you can't take it back out. So don't put too much in because there's a flavor I'm looking for. I started off with almost a cup, 3/4 to a cup. That's it. In a few hours I'm gonna taste it. If it's not enough, I'll add some. The last thing I wanna do is put too much chili powder. Don't make that mistake. I did it a long time ago. I'm never doing it again. And you probably shouldn't take the container and turn it over the pot the way I did. You should do it over a bowl in case a bunch falls out. Yeah, don't do what I do. Do what I say. That works, right? Now, as this simmers, I guess I got 3 hours in this morning, another 3 hours in tonight, so we're 6 hours into getting it ready. Now it has to simmer. As it simmers, all that extra olive oil, all the grease from the meat, everything is gonna rise to the top. It's gonna pool up on the top, and I'm gonna ladle it off. It's going in the garbage. And if you notice, you haven't seen me put any salt in here. I watch a lot of cooks. They salt the meat, then they salt the onions, then they salt this, then they salt that. I can't eat salt. You know, that 200 pounds I lost, I still have 150 pounds to go. And after that surgery, I need to get real serious about my diet. There's a lot of people that are gonna be eating this. If they want salt, they can sprinkle salt. I got some really good grated Pecorino Romano. That's salty enough. So that oil's gonna rise to the top. I'm gonna skim it off. And this is not gonna be the healthiest meal, but it's really not gonna be bad. It's gonna be delicious. We're real close. Once these mushrooms wilt down a little bit, I'm gonna stir them in, and that's it. I'm gonna finish cleaning up, wash the rest of the dishes. I mean, I think I'm pretty clean when I cook. I'm sure Karen's gonna find a mess somewhere. I think I said a few onion skins and stuff fell to the floor, but I do the best I can. grease goes in the garbage. Rudy's famous chili is never going to give you agita, upset stomach, or acid reflux, because that grease is going bye-bye. I don't know how these can openers work, but that chili is ready to go on that stove. We got a lot of elves in that other room rapping. I don't know how long they're going to be rapping for, but I hope they're nice and hungry. Manette made 2 trays of white basmati rice. Did I say it right? Okay. Well, I was glad when she said she would do that for us on a rice cooker. Thank you. We smelling garlic down the hallway.
Yeah, it's right here.
Bro, this chili rocks. You did a great job.
I rocks?
It rocks. I love this stuff.
It is wonderful. The best chili I've ever had. I want
Really?
the recipe. Yes.
Deborah, you got to get some pecorino romano right there. It's very Italian, very important.
Okay.
How is it, James?
It's delicious.
Is it good?
Yep.
What do you think, George?
I think this is awesome.
Awesome
It's a God thing.
Amen. It was so
Truly
good.
it is.
Was it good?
So good, yes. It was so good. Thank you.
Okay, so 156 families, their Christmas is right there. God is good all the time. These people have been laboring. I've been here 5 hours. They haven't let up except for 15 minutes to eat. Hold on.
300 kids, probably 300 kids, 156 families.
300 children.
Yeah.
And they weren't having Christmas any
No,
other way.
they weren't going to have anything.